Alright, we should be live. Let me make sure real fast. Yo, stream up. Stream working okay? Sorry, I'm setting this up setting this up on the fly, and I do not plan to stay here all that long. But yeah, I felt like I should boot up a stream to at least explain a few things before I just go back to no life working on videos. So yeah. Alright, looks like we're online. Okay. Now let me go to the right scene so I can have chat on screen. Undead Nerd, welcome to stream. What about it? I'm gonna get into that. So, what are you gonna talk about? I'm gonna get straight into that. Okay, so I am just booting this up off the spot. Technically, I was supposed to be streaming something completely different for today. However, I haven't really been feeling the best all day long, and as a result, I just didn't feel I was able to carry on with the nostalgia marathon as I had planned. Especially since I anticipated tonight's stream taking like 7 to 8 hours long, because I'm not sure how long this game was going to take to beat overall, but most of the videos I looked at specifically like made it clear that it was around 7 to 8 hours on a regular playthrough. And 100% playthrough would be like 18 hours or some shit like that, but I obviously wasn't going for 100%. I have no proper thumbnail for this. I'm probably going to enlist this actually as soon as I'm done too, but I feel like I must address something real fast. That's really just all I come here to do. Lego Harry Potter, exactly. Let's go ahead and talk about the nostalgia marathon real fast as a whole, and also talk about the problems I ran into with it, setting it up and having it turn out the way I wanted it to. Let's talk about the marathon, which was the first like big thing of the year. Last year, if you remember correctly, it was Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. I did that stream series. And for this year, I decided instead of just doing a stream series of one highly anticipated game, why not just do a boatload of games, but with a particular theme for each of them? Now, originally, when I was first thinking up of this idea, I even revealed it during one of the last Sonic Frontiers streams I did. And I originally was planning to do it towards the end of 2022. Actually was thinking about splicing it in around the time I did Wario World and Sonic Frontiers, but both of them didn't get done as soon as I wanted them to, so I ended up holding off until this year, especially since I needed to get all the PS3 equipment and stuff ready. So I decided to hold off on the Nostalgia Marathon until the start of the year. I might as well post this link in my server real fast before I forget. What am I even gonna do? I'll just do a fucking Leaves Manny image, sure. What's up? It's my Closet Archive. Changed my profile picture and name. Alright, cool. Hello, Aunt SpongeBob. Welcome to stream. But yeah, like I said, I do not plan to stay here that long. I just want to talk about the Nostalgia Marathon I've been doing for the past 4 months. Talk about the reasons, a lot of the good things about it, and also a lot of the negative things, and particularly why I think I'm calling it here. So let's get into that. So that's a backstory. It was an idea me and my sister came up with while we were testing out PS3 things, and then I got in my head, you know what? Maybe I should stream some of these games in the future. And I just decided, you know what? let me go ahead and if I can pull up the list again. Where is it? Right here. Right here. Okay. I decided, fuck it. Let's make it an entire marathon. For the start of 2023, I'm going to do an entire marathon of just a bunch of games from my childhood and stuff, and it's going to be a really fun time. Now, originally, when I started this marathon, Combat of Giants Dinosaurs 3D, Flash Game Marathon, and Revenge of the Flying Dutchman were not a part of the initial list. They were not a part of the initial lineup. Everything else you see listed here was, but those three weren't. Because one, I didn't have an emulator for, well, I did have an emulator. I didn't have a ROM for Combat Giant Dinosaurs 3D. I didn't have a secure place to do the Flash games, and Revenge of the Flying Dutchman was a game I threw in last minute just because it was one of my first games on the PS2. So yeah. But I was like, all right, what's the harm? I could do this. In fact, I won't just do that, but I will do every version of every game I own. So for Ice Age 3, which was the first episode in the marathon, I did both the PS3 and DS version in the same stream because they are completely different games. Then for the second episode, when I did Wally, I went ahead and split that up into two streams, and I did the PC/PS2 version plus DS version in the same stream, and then I did the PS3 version as its own specific stream. And then everything after that wasn't multiple versions, but you get the picture. And when I started it out, I thought it was turning out really fun, really good, honestly. Like, if I could just show you, like, the analytics of this right here. Let me go into, yeah, this. Okay. Now, there was a bit of a setback, that mainly being that my Ice Age stream got fucking temporarily blocked because some fucking company claimed it and then claimed I was using their shit. And then I appealed it and they retracted the copyright block. So, yeah, that was something. But yeah, I took a full week off. I remember. I think it was a full week or a full 2 weeks. Yeah, I took a full week off because I did the end of the year 2022 retrospective stream. And I was so exhausted by the end of that because that stream was like 12, 13 hours long. And for some reason, it does not load in the full duration of the stream, even to this day. It just flat out ends here. I have no idea why, but they haven't loaded that in. But yeah, Nostalgia Marathon was the first big thing I had planned for the year. So I started it out, and I wasn't sure how it was going to perform with the audience and how viewership was going to be, but I just decided to go through with it anyway. And I also wasn't keeping track of how maybe it could turn out to be a little too long, even longer than Much Kingdom Fusion. That wasn't really clicking with me, especially with all the breaks I took. So I was like, nah, fine, sure, I'll be able to get through it. So I started it off with Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs for both PS3 and DS. And this stream, I think, was probably the best performing out of the entire marathon by far. It wasn't like the best performing stream series I've ever done. But it was a very fun time. It was nice revisiting a game that I have definitely played on the channel before, especially the DS version. There are several streams where I would just play through the DS version in its entirety because I'm like bored or something, or because the internet went out. I was like, fuck it. If the stream keeps going out, I'm just going to play Ice Age. And that's kind of that. But yeah, this was a very fun stream to do. It was a good way to start the marathon. I'm glad I opened the marathon up. The core games I had in mind for this marathon from the get-go were Ice Age 3, Wally, NASCAR. I think Cloudy with Chance of Meatballs was a little lesser on that list, but it was still a part of it. And Lego Harry Potter were two major ones as well. Oh, Drawn to Life. Drawn to Life, of course, was a major one. Everything else was like added on over time. But yeah, so I did the marathon. I started the marathon with Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs, and it was a great time. I had a blast. Everyone else seemed to really enjoy it. So good start. Good start. Then we get to part 2 of the marathon with Wally for the PlayStation 2. I was a little late to this stream because I was trying to get the PC version running, but I couldn't, so I had to settle for the PS2 version. And I also did the DS version in the stream as well. And it also performed pretty well. Not amazingly, but definitely well. We have 14 people watching. Ain't no fucking way. How do I have 14 people watching right now? When I do think about it, I don't know how do I feel about YouTube sometimes. Yeah, I don't either. Damn, I got quite a few people watching. A bit insane, honestly. And this ain't even like a proper stream. I'm literally just going over the reasons why I don't really want to continue this marathon. But yeah, keep it on track. I did the Wally one. I did the Wally stream, and it went over super well too. Not as well as Ice Age did with 162. In fact, I think it's the best performing of the entire marathon. Yeah. Oh, well, hands down, I think, yeah, fucking Ice Age was like the biggest stream in the marathon in total. So, it was from that stream, it was just downhill from there. But yeah, Wally was another fun one. Now, the Wally PS3 version, I did that stream a little later than I would have liked to. And a few days late, too, because January 30th was not on a Saturday or Sunday, I do not believe. January 3rd, no, that was on a Monday. Yeah, I was late to that. That stream was kind of a chore. Not because of the stream itself, but because the game just dragged on and on and on. It felt like it wasn't going to end, so yeah, I didn't enjoy that one as much, and clearly nobody else did either, because that one, I think, is the lowest performing of the entire marathon. Okay, no, the Drawn to Life Part 2 is, like, the lowest performing. So yeah. But even though that one was a little slow, it wasn't enough to, like, stop me from keeping on with the marathon. So we move on from that to Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs for the PS3. Another really fun one to do. It performed about as well as Wall-E for the PlayStation 2 did. They had the same level of performance. And yeah, it was a fun time overall. This one was also delayed by a few weeks as well, when it really shouldn't have been. But I did because I didn't have energy to do it that one time. That and setting up PS3 capture is a lot of work. So sometimes I just don't want to go through with that. So I don't. But yeah. So we had another fun time, successful stream with Cloudy with Chance of Meatballs. Then we get to NASCAR 2008, which was a weird one. One, I'm playing a fucking NASCAR game for a stream. Two, I am fucking dog shit at this game as well. And the stream, honestly, was one of my favorite streams of the year so far. It performed pretty well, too. But it was so weird, because most of it was me just sucking complete ass. And then there were quite a few people that came in. I remember my best friend Cody came in the chat for this one, which was such a random stream for him to come in the chat to. But yeah, the NASCAR one might have been like my favorite of the marathon, even though Ice Age was the best performing. I think NASCAR was my favorite. So that was a fun time. Then we jump from that to Combat of Giant Dinosaurs 3D, which I think is it's the second best performing of the entire marathon. This one was pretty fun. There were some funny moments that came from this. I remember we created Chicken Head Jumpmon, Buzzy Beetle as a dinosaur. We had Luigi as well, and I forgot who the other one was. Charger, that's right, Charger. So, Combat Giant Dinosaurs 3D was a fun one. This is another game I did on channel before with the Leaves Manny Plays video. If I can pull that up. Leaves Manny. Yeah, Leaves Manny Plays Combat Giant Dinosaurs 3D. 165 views. So I'm not reading chat that much. It says 6 people watching for me. Never mind, it says 3 now. Oh yeah, the viewership has definitely gone down. Probably because I'm not doing much today. I didn't expect him to show up, honestly. Yeah, I didn't either. But yeah, Combat Giant Dinosaurs was the second best performing, and it was a fun time. So the marathon from Ice Age up until Combat Giant Dinosaurs was going super smooth. No real issues at all. My upload schedule was kind of shit, but aside from that, the stream content, the marathon itself was turning out the way I hoped it would. Not perform again, I didn't expect it to perform super well from the get-go, but it was still like a fun time. And that's when we hit the turning point. The next part of the marathon where I decide to play way too many Flash games than I can handle. I did this twice. Like, fucking, like, around the exact same time, too. Now, in fairness to myself, I did this stream, the first unfinished version of this stream. Yeah, this one right here. As soon as I got home, because I was away for a few days. And during that time, Puddle was getting into a bunch of feuds with people on Twitter. But besides that, this stream performed well. The only problem is I didn't have energy, and I couldn't get a lot of the games running that I wanted to get running. Some of the big ones, like Super Mario 63, I couldn't get past the tutorial. It would just run like shit. And Super Mario Crossover, I couldn't get running whatsoever. I couldn't run any of the Flash versions of Super Smash Bros. 2. I had to download the full game. And some games like Mario Super and whatnot, I couldn't get running. So, and then there were others that I really wanted to play, like Zuma and Risk, that I just, again, couldn't get any of these running. So, I was stuck at a really bad position where it's just like, I was already 5 hours in. So it's like, I can't stop now. But I just kept going until I couldn't any longer. I grew too tired and was just like, fuck it. This stream is okay, but nah, I gotta redo this, man. I gotta redo this. And now the original plan, after this one fell through, was to redo the Flash stream at a later date. However, instead of doing it at a later date, what I ended up doing instead was, okay, let me go here. Yeah, I put a poll up on the community tab asking you guys whether or not you wanted to see me redo it. And the offer was like, okay, if you guys want me to redo it, I'll go ahead and enlist the VOD from yesterday and start from scratch. And you all voted overwhelmingly redo it. So that same day, I was like, all right, I'll redo it. Because in between that time as well, back here, I had to rely on using these Flash plugins in order to still play some of these, which a lot of these I couldn't even still play. I didn't have time to set up a full Flash archive program in order to play all of the games I wanted to play, so I was shit out of luck. Now granted, in hindsight, I probably should have just waited anyway, because it was really this stream that completely killed the motivation and the passion, the fun I was having during this marathon. And I'm just curious. Maybe if I never did this one, I probably, like, if I just did the actually waited and set up properly like I was supposed to do, things would have went over better. Because this was a failed first attempt. I literally went, by the way, these dates aren't accurate. This is because, like, I started streaming and then the stream went into midnight. This is, yeah, that's why. Alright. So, the next day, literally, I went ahead and did the entire stream again, except I made sure everything I wanted to play was working this time, including Mario Crossover, Mario Super, Mario 63, Zuma, and all this other stuff. I even got this Ice Age 3 Flash game working as well, which you can see that here. but I went into my history with that during the stream. Even this stream, even though I got way more content out of it, I still couldn't get through all of it. Because by the end, I was like 9 hours in, and there are still so many more games to go that I just decided, alright, I can't do this any longer. Like, once you got past, what was it? The SpongeBob games, it just got tedious. And I was just like, all right, fuck it. I cannot do this any longer. I'll revisit this the Flash game, the rest of the Flash games at a later date when I'm feeling up to it, and I'll revisit Super Mario 63 and Super Mario Crossover as their own stream series in the future, because those were basically full-fledged games. And obviously I play Smash Bros. 2 on stream anyway, but yeah. This is, again, these two streams is where things really started to take a turn for the worst. If there a gaming console that you could get, what would it be and why? I'm not sure. Hey, Raf Wars. You redo this stream, I didn't expect it. Yeah, I bet no one expected me to actually redo that stream. Somehow we got like 11 viewers and 1 like. I love SpongeBob games, yeah. The SpongeBob Flash games were fun, but yeah, the Flash game stream was fun. It's just, you can imagine doing the same things over twice, back to back, is a bit of a taxing process, especially since the first stream was nearly 6 hours, and the second stream was 9 hours. So you can imagine how taxing of a process that was. But even that wasn't enough to kill my motivation. The final nail in the coffin for the Nostalgia Marathon, where interest officially died, it officially ran its course, overstayed its welcome, needed to end at any moment, was when I did the Revenge of the Flying Dutchman stream. Now, I said this during the stream, I had not much history with this. In fact, the version I played of this just kept resetting itself over and over, so I couldn't even make it that far. But I did this stream, and it was going okay. It was going decently for like the first 2 hours. But once I got to the Jellyfish Fields area, it just dragged on and on and on and on. And like, no one... Not even yet. It was already tedious for me to play, but no one wanted to watch me play this shit. Probably one of the worst streams I've done in a long time. I'm not even joking. This stream was so fucking boring. Like, it hurts how boring it was. You could see it on my face. I am just like so tired from playing this game. And the original plan was to knock it all out in one stream, but it just kept going and going and going. There was way too much to do. I just didn't want to keep going with it. So I did what I could, but I just couldn't take it anymore. So maybe one day I'll revisit this game and do like a second follow-up stream. I don't want to though, but maybe one day. There's enough demand for it. I highly doubt there will be, but yeah. Revenge of the Flying Dutchman is one of those games I was warned about not being all that good. But I had no clue how bad it could really get. And it's not even because it's like an objectively terrible game. It's bad because it's too long and too much shit to do when it's just like a objective mediocrity. So, yeah. That stream was where the marathon died. And then we go to, directly after that, the last game I played that lasted 3 streams, Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants Edition. Now, disclaimer. Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants Edition, for those that don't know, is a game that, one, is one of my favorites of all time. I have a lot of fond memories with it. It was the first game, it's the reason why I got a Nintendo DS in the first place. Not just that, Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants Edition is a channel staple. My Let's Play of this back in 2017, the first episode of that has 1.7k views. And it stands it stands like at the top as being, where is it? The most viewed Let's Play on this channel with 2,000 playlist views, and a lot of these episodes have like over 100 views, and this one has over 1,000. So Drawn to Life was a big deal. Which is why I was a little disappointed when I didn't see that same energy being shown in the streams, because you'd think for a game that a lot of people really liked watching me play in video form, a game that a lot was familiar with, where a lot happened, that Let's Play was one of my most defining in the earlier years. But I guess that could be the case too, where it's just like, maybe it was something that was defining early on, but later on, not as much. One of those things where if it was done as an earlier stream series, it probably would have popped off. Or even if I did it last year. But in the context of this marathon, doing it towards the back half, after Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and coupled with the fact Drawn to Life is one of those games that is not ideal for streaming. A lot of it is waiting around, drawing whatever you think works. I mean, if you don't try, it can go by pretty quickly. But the thing is, I did try. I drew so much fucking pixel art during this playthrough. I tried to recreate a lot of the original assets from the Let's Play for fun. As well. I did like a shadow pixel art on my house. I redid the Sproingling from Super Paper Mario, which this one looks way better than whatever this was. Lee's Manny. I did like an Inkling Girl sprite, which I didn't even think I was going to be able to finish, but I ended up finishing her just fine. So a bulk of this first stream was just me drawing a bunch of stuff, and don't get me wrong, it was very fun. But by this point, it was clear interest just wasn't there in the marathon anymore, because of the fact that I do the Flash game stream twice, and the fact that I did Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, which completely killed all fucking momentum. Then I did the second Drawn to Life stream, which I'll admit I wasn't feeling that great while doing. My stomach was killing me this entire time. I was just like, alright, I don't want to, I can't keep this going. I have no energy for tonight. So. And then after that, I went ahead and did the finale to the Drawn to Life streams series. Originally, my plan was to 100% the game, but I could tell that things were running their course. So I was just like, no. Maybe one day I'll go out of my way to 100% it. But for the stream series, no. I'll play all of the levels, but I'm not backtracking the previous levels in order to get 100%. I'm not putting myself through that. So what I did instead was I just did everything else I really had to do aside from 100%ing the game. And that was it. And what was supposed to come directly after that was one of the main games that was planned for the marathon. The Lego Harry Potter games. Years 1 through 4 and years 5 through 7. Those were like some of the main games that were planned for this marathon. The idea was to start with Ice Age and then end with Lego Harry Potter, because I expected those to take the longest. Because I couldn't remember how long they were off the top of my head. I just remember all of the hours me and my sister sunk into them back then. This is like, this was a good lineup, but I threw in a bit too much. If I didn't have Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and if I didn't do the Flash game marathon twice, it could have been a very good, solid, fun marathon. But instead, what we got was a very good first stream, a very fun one, a very good second stream, a meh third stream, a good fourth one, a great 5th one, a good 6th one, a failed stream, a better stream, a worse stream, a decent stream, but again, when I'm just sitting there drawing, there's not much to really do. A mess stream, and then I guess a good conclusion. Very much mirrors, not necessarily the first yeah, doesn't necessarily mirror the second Mushroom Kingdom Fusion stream series. In fact, I should just go to the extra channel because I have all those stream series on the playlist there. So let me try to find it. Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. Yeah, this one. In total, the Nostalgia Marathon lasts Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. The second series lasted 10 live streams, but all of them were pretty fun. Some of them popped the hell off. Like this one has like 400 views, which is in-fucking-sane. Granted, Mushroom Kingdom Fusion was a long-awaited thing. Whereas the Nostalgia Marathon, in total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You see the problem? In hindsight, I shouldn't have put Revenge of the Flying Dutchman in the marathon. In hindsight, I should have waited before I did the Flash game stream. I should have just came home, made sure I got everything set up, and then woke up the next day and did the marathon that day instead. So that way, you would have gotten all the Flash game content without the first stream where literally nothing happened. Well, some things did happen. It's just I couldn't do a whole lot. So that could have been avoided. And in hindsight, Drawn to Life should have been earlier in the marathon. Either after Cloud Chance of Meatballs or after Wall-E. Somewhere in between, Drawn to Life should have been there. I didn't because I thought putting Drawn to Life and Revenge of the Flying Dutchman made sense. Putting them together made sense because they're both SpongeBob games, but one is significantly better than the other. So I ran into a dilemma here where what do I do? Because here's the thing, too. While the marathon is fun and everything, I think everyone, like literally, I think pretty much everyone in this chat or is subscribed to this channel would rather see me play stuff like, just play more Mario and Sonic games at this point. Like, I think everyone's waiting for me to finally go do the replay through a Super Mario 64 Land. People probably want to see me tackle the Wario Land games. They probably want to see me tackle, like, Shadow the Hedgehog or Sonic Adventure DX officially, because the first stream wasn't good. Maybe Sonic 4, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, or Donkey Kong, any of the Donkey Kong games, Kirby Triple Deluxe, Paper Mario, Color Splat, any, just like the games everyone wants to see me play. We're nearing the end of April, and the marathon is still going on. And with Lego Harry Potter, if I were to continue, we'd be taking this shit into May. And honestly, you can tell me how you feel about it, but I think 5 months is a bit too much. That's the way I see it. I think 5 months is probably way too much. Asking a little bit too much, especially since interest died like a month ago. and it hasn't recovered. So, and you'd think with how big of a fucking Let's Play Drawn to Life was on this channel, the stream series would have done way fucking better. But that's not the case, because I think a lot of people are starting to feel fatigued by this marathon, and they want to see me move on to like Mario and Luigi's Partners in Time or something, or a first time playthrough, like first time playing through the entirety of Super Mario RPG, first time playing through the entirety of Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, or some bullshit like playing Hotel Mario. Actually. So, Mario and Luigi Gamer, welcome stream. I like games that have an objective, but not games that take hours. Fair enough. Just collect 100 jellyfish. Yeah, that's reasonable for early gameplay. Battle for Bikini Bottom is better. I do want to check that game out, I will say. Revenge of Flying Dutchman was kind of boring. True, dude. You stream Tropical Freeze. That's another one. Yeah, see? At this point, everyone just wants to see me play like the usuals. They want to see me play some Mario games, some Sonic games, some Kirby games, some Donkey Kong, Wario, Yoshi, you name it. They want to see me play the usual stream series games. The games that I'm known for. The games that I'm known for playing on this channel. The marathon has been it was probably the first deviation I took from that. And at first, it wasn't that big of a deviation because I played Ice Age 3 on stream before. I think I played a little bit of the PC version of Wally on stream before, too. I'm not sure how much, though. In Drawn to Life, I did an entire Let's Play of it. And don't get me wrong, some of these games can probably be revisited in the future. I do think Drawn to Life is worth revisiting. As like a full 100% Let's fucking stream series. I just don't think that time is now. I do think it's worth revisiting. Similarly to the Let's Play. If I don't ever do a second Let's Play for it, I definitely want to do like a redo of the stream series in the future. And even the Lego Harry Potter games, I do think are worth streaming. But I don't know if now's the time. I just don't know. It fucking sucks, because this was the big thing I have going on the channel right now. If you look at the upload schedule, we got 4 videos this year so far. One is a pretty big one, because it's the final Surreal Games Request Highlights episode. But then, and Broken was a long-awaited song cover. But then you have these two. Well, this is a shit post, but because for April Fools. But you have this video. Only 4 videos. None of them are plush videos. None of them are even survival games. Well, this is Surreal Games Highlights, but you don't have like a traditional Surreal Games. We're in April, and the update video is not out yet. So, I was banking on this marathon. And basically coasting everything else. And now that it's kind of run its course, I gotta do something else. But the question is just what? Back on the wheel when you go back to it? I mean, potentially. I wouldn't be against doing that. Because I do want to stream the Lego Harry Potter games in the future. I just don't know if now is going to be the time. Because I don't know how long those games are going to take me overall. And I don't want to drag out a marathon in any longer than it has been already. This marathon is longer than Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. Which was, for a long time, the longest stream series I ever did. even counting the multiple split parts of the Thousand Year Door playthrough, the Nostalgia Marathon is still longer. So it's just like, I think I just have to take the L here on this one. Just like I did all the way back in 2018 with the first Mushroom Kingdom Fusion stream series. Because if those don't remember, back in 2018, when I first got my PC, Mushroom Kingdom Fusion was the first, like, stream series I ever did. It was, in my mind, it was like a playthrough, like a live playthrough thing. But it was one of the only streams I would actually make public on the channel because it was like a live playthrough. Because back then I was also trying to like convert some of the series into streams instead of just being like recorded like they are now and were back then. But similarly to the Nostalgia Marathon, Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, the first stream series, did overstay its welcome. And the content just grew scarcer and scarcer to the point where it's just like, and I couldn't even play on the newest version at the time either when I did this. I had to play as some old shitty buggy ass version that would crash constantly. So I had to fucking God, the stream is so old. I had to take the L. I had to just be like, okay, Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, I'm sorry, but it's over. I can't keep going. It's been going on too long. And I might just have to do that again here, which sucks because it's like the main thing this year has had so far. So, here's my question to you guys. Now that this marathon is officially canceled and the Lego Harry Potter games will probably be added to the wheel at a later date, along with, what is it? Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, because I want to finish that. Just to finish it. Though I'm not adding that back to the list anytime soon. But yeah, the Lego Harry Potter games. And, what was another one? There's another one. Oh yeah, Super Mario Crossover and Mario 63. What games do you want to see me do a stream series of now? That I haven't done yet. And if it is a replay through, make sure to keep it back to like 2018, 2019 time period. The only 2020 era stream series I'm willing to redo right now is 64 Land. Like, just let me know what game you think I should do instead. Just to get back into the swing of things. Just to get back into the usual stream playthroughs. Because I have a few in mind, but I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I don't know why I'm watching this original fucking stream. Move on, put it on the wheel despite everything. I want to see you stream it. Just I don't think now is the right time. Midnight's right. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards that too. I do not want to show Discord on stream. Okay. So, yeah, I'm just gonna have to admit that the Nostalgia Marathon was done at the wrong time, at the wrong place. January and February were pretty shitty months for me, so in hindsight, I don't think I should have started the year off with a marathon. I did it because I thought it would be fun and unique. But I didn't have the foresight to see how terrible January and February was going to be. I didn't have the foresight to really know I was going to post anything during the month of January. I didn't fucking know that I was going to hinge everything on, where is it? I need to clear out these files. I didn't have the foresight to know that I was banking everything on this video that was not guaranteed to come out. Well, I'm not sure you can really tell, but I upgraded all my thumbnails to a 1080p quality. Which you can actually upload thumbnails in 1080p if it's like a low enough, if you render it, if you like, what is it? If the file size is low enough. So I make sure to make the file size low. But yeah, if I didn't bank everything on trying to get this video out, we might have been fine, but I didn't have the foresight to see all of this. And what we got as a result was barely any content. No content for the first 2 months. At least I believe so. Sroggin's highlights, when did that come out? That came out on... Okay, it did come out in February. So yeah, no content the first month. Barely any content the second month. Still barely any content for the third month. And then 2 videos for this month. And that's bad. I was banking everything on this marathon. Which is just not good. I see Mama Luigi. Yeah, Mama Luigi's on this thumbnail. You got Mama Luigi, Godsmack, Hotel Mario, Figure Mario, Meggy, Tari, Mephiles, Astron Before, Dub. This is the latest version of this thumbnail. I have an older version. This is not the oldest version. This is one of the older ones. I think I got rid of the early version though. Unless this is it. Nah, that's not it. I did get rid of the early version. But yeah. By the way, fun fact, here's the alternative 24-hour 1K special stream thumbnail I didn't use. Instead, I used this one, because I like the aesthetics of this one more. But I'm getting sidetracked. Meggy, Dub. Yep. Again, the theme of Sroggin's Round 3 was it was a clusterfuck. I just thought of whatever the hell came to my head. And that video has been recorded, re-recorded so many damn times that I don't even know what to say about it. The first attempt was recorded in 2019. That was the farthest it ever got. And then ever since then, I've been making new versions of it. And they don't always amount to something, but yeah. It's kind of a tough situation because with this, if I'm going to like call off the Nostalgia Marathon, which was the first big thing of the year, that didn't even get finished. That's not good. It's fucking tough. Because there's so much that needs to be done. And we're getting closer and closer to the months where all of this stuff is going to be releasing. And things have got to start happening now. And if I'm not going to do this marathon, if I'm not going to be able to finish this marathon, I have to make sure I finish everything else. Secret to Reality, 10-year anniversary projects, including a secret one I will not announce here. Whatever content I have planned. I have stream highlights that I want to release. I have Inside the Mind, which will be the first plush video of the year that I want to come out. There's just so much that needs to be done. So much. And the thing is, it is definitely possible. Like when I really look at it, most of this stuff, I think this is the, no, this isn't. Where's my 2023 schedule? I'm not gonna show this on screen, but I just want to see where the 10-year anniversary stuff is. That's not it. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, in August alone, I got a 10-year anniversary montage. I got a 10-year anniversary live stream, which is basically going to be me for however long running through, like, just a bunch of different things. Smash Ultimate, Mario Kart, Mario Party, Minecraft, both Bedrock and Java Edition. Maybe reacting to a few videos because I did that on stream a few times. Playing Sonic World, Sonic Rebel Blast 2, Mushroom Kingdom Fusion, even. Smash Flash, Super Smash Bros. Crusade, a lot of the classic stuff. Some of the more current stuff as well. That same month, I got a special episode of survival games that's supposed to be coming out that I do actually have sorted now. And it's either going to be similar to the episode 120, where I basically record and edit it as if it's like going through the eras, or it's going to be like trying to like play on the original device, which I can't play on the original device anymore. It's too laggy. I got a song cover in August. Some additional things I threw into the mix, like a remake of one of my early plush videos. That's just a bonus thing. Probably a joke remake thing of Let's Play Decision, because that was my first ever video. And then towards the end of the year, there's going to be the big fucking project, the final anniversary project. But it's all just so much. Every year, the workload is just crazy. Sometimes I'm able to handle it. Other times, not so much. And it gets harder and harder as time goes on. Which I'm used to. So it's like a 24-hour stream? No. Definitely a new Jumpman album, even though a new one just released. Oh yeah, that was the other big project of the year so far, Jumpman's second album. That's not like a main channel thing, but yeah, that was a big thing. That did take up a lot of my time, I will admit. But it's just, there's so much stuff to get through. It's a big year. It's the ultimate test. Every other year, there's always big things, but I don't usually have to sweat it if I miss something. When I missed Mephiles' Master Plan in 2018, it was whatever, because I had a not Familiar World, excuse me, The Last Remains go out that same year. So it was no big deal. When I hold back stuff like Survival Games Round 3, no one's really like super anticipating that stuff anyway, so it's whatever. Same with the Roller Coaster Jump Mom video, whatever the fuck. No one's like really looking forward to that, so holding that back, it's whatever. But this year is different. Canceling the marathon. Hello, Crease. Welcome stream. Yeah, essentially. I wish there was an easier way for me to read chat, but fucking stream elements will not load up chat still. Let me get rid of that and then re-add it, see if it works. I might have to, like, reset this up. God dang it. I don't want to do that shit right now, though. Just get your phone. Oh, yeah, I do have my phone on me. I can just pull that up. Ugh. Yeah, I have my phone on me. I can just use that. Or do I? No, I put it back on charge, I think. Yeah, I put it back on charge. Let me grab it real fast. Here we go. Here it is. Okay. Feeling a bit of deja vu here, since I think I did a similar stream like this for Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. The original stream series. I can probably look back in the catalog and find it. Alright, I got chat pulled up on my phone. You quit YT as a whole? I would put those odds at 100%, just kidding. Bro, I don't have anything else going on outside of YouTube, so the chances of me actually quitting it ever are, like, slim to none. Like, if you really think I do anything else besides... Doesn't mean I don't that doesn't mean I don't go out anywhere. It just means, like, if you really think I got anything else, like going on for the most part, that... Not really. You think I want to do anything else besides make videos? Again, not really. I got no plans to quit. You got nothing to do? Well, I mean, I got nothing to do by choice. I choose to just make videos and stream. I don't want to do anything else. I've been adamant about that since I started. All the way back in 2016. I don't want to do anything else. I never have. Once I got into YouTube, that was it. It was just like, alright, I just want to make videos. That's it. I want to make videos for as long as I possibly can. I want to build my channel and get it as... Just take it to its absolute maximum potential. That's all it's ever been about for me, so... And I think I've done a pretty good job at that. Overall. But... It's one of those things where... Even though I don't ever plan to quit, that's never going to be something that crosses my mind. I can't fuck up anymore. You must understand. 2021, 2022 was a good year overall. But you guys don't know the amount of stuff that was actually planned to come out that year that didn't. Because I was trying to push so hard the upload schedule that a lot of the really major stuff didn't even happen. there was quite a few things that were supposed to still happen. I was supposed to continue on with the Manny Rudy story arc in 2022, but I didn't because I knew the second episode, Balloon's Bet, was going to be a bit much. Well, not is it Balloon's Bet? Yeah, it's Balloon's Bet. Yeah, I originally called it Rudy's Bet, but Rudy doesn't make the bet. He takes the bet. That was one of the big things. Secrets of Reality was supposed to release in 2022 as well, but it didn't because there just wasn't enough time to finish the script. Thank for being dealt the hand you have. I think it's been having good runs so far. The problem I feel the channel is having and has been having for a while, agreeing to bets don't go well. Yeah. Like, I understand where you're coming from, Carice. I think the problem the channel overall is having is trying... It's like directionless right now. For the most part. I got a vague understanding of what I want to do, but I need to go through and execute it. That's the thing. The past few years was keeping to a formula while introducing a bunch of new things. 2017, you had a formula. You had survival games, Let's Play, you had Capture the Flag, Plush video. Trailer doesn't really count. That's only when a movie comes out. There were movies. I experimented. I tried doing Mario Run and Forces Speed Battle. And then 2018, I did my first scripted update video. I did a drama video, the SML situation video. Survival games highlights. There was a pattern with the uploads back then. There's always a Let's Play going on. And then later on, I fully introduced song covers to the schedule, which made things a lot clearer. And there was always something like really cool and really big to look forward to each year. Whether it was an experimental project no one expected me to take on, or long-awaited special video, or like Rudy the movie in 2017 was a big fucking deal. Like, legit. The Rudy movie wasn't so hyped up. Everyone was looking forward to that. Mephisto's Revenge was a big deal. The SML situation video was also a big hit, a big deal. And then there's been stuff like some videos like this, like Classic Mode, Crusade Classic Mode Shadow, which was a big hit. Swapped. Top 25 Linkin Park songs, both versions were big hits. Secrets of Reality, I think. Exactly. Secrets of Reality is the next big deal. That and a secret project I'm not going to reveal. But outside of that, everything just feels so directionless now. And inconsistent as hell. Like, last year was all about meeting the amount of videos I wanted to meet. It was about beating my total of 2021 because I was disappointed by the lack of videos. Like, I had less videos than in 2020. Which I already had less videos that year than in previous years anyway. So 2022 was all about making that deadline, but it was such a hassle. So there's a lot of videos that year that are filler as a result. Like acing the Lava Spire Daredevil run is literally just a re-upload with barely any changes. Yeah, You Can't Catch Me as another fucking redo of the highlights. Build UHC is filler to the core. No. Yeah, you'll be the only ones that know. Yeah. I tried experimenting with lesser edited stuff with the Sonic Project 06 videos. Didn't go over super, super well. And again, there were great videos to come out in 2022, no doubt. Criminal Plays, Rosalina's Trick. This Egg Wars is underrated. Drop some of the original stuff, like the Let's Plays and all Minecraft stuff outside of SG. Well, Let's Plays are... That's the thing is, the reason why the update video is taking so long to actually release, why I haven't done it yet, is because I don't want to release it until I'm 100% certain on what I want to do. Because once I drop this update video, I want it to, like, be the definitive update for the channel going forward. I don't want it to be this rash decision that I walk back a year later. I want it to be the definitive decision. But I'm having a hard time figuring out what those definitive decisions need to be. Let's Plays are way too much work nowadays and not enough reward. So walking away from those is going to feel weird, but I think Let's Plays are going to be over. Because there's not enough payoff from them. And again, I loved doing Let's Plays, but they're too much work these days. But they were always a guaranteed upload, because I just bulk record them and then release them periodically. Same with the Minecraft series. I released them whenever I needed a new episode, but now that stuff like Capture the Flag and Sky Wars and like that are gone, they're done, they're over. What else really is there? That's how my channel ran for years. So how the hell is it supposed to, how the hell do I handle it now? You got survival games, you got survival games highlights. TNT Run, I guess, is still going technically, and Egg Wars isn't really much of a series. Survival games is really the only definitive, like, gaming series left. Everything else is done. I introduced the stream highlights to the channel. So those are good. That was a good idea. Be dropped. Well, Egg Wars isn't a series. It's a game mode I record every now and then. It's not really a full series. TNT Run has 2 episodes left. So I'm gonna finish it. But it's just like the channel now is so different from how it used to be. So much harder to keep up with as a result. Because with no Let's Plays there or additional Minecraft series to fill in the additional upload slots, I'm doing the bulk of the crazy shit 95% of the time. Or the most time consuming, rather. Where the only 10% that is not like that in any kind of way, shape, or form is survival games. That's it. I wish there was more, but that's it. This is the tier of stuff I do now. Do I literally gotta make a leap of faith here? Okay. Okay, I made it. This is how much editing my videos require now. Today we're going to be checking out the game or Flash game, Super Mario Flash. This was a good video, but backstory behind this game right here. This is actually, like, I'm not even kidding you right now, the first Mario game I ever played. It wasn't something on an actual Nintendo console, like it wasn't Mario Kart, it wasn't Paper If only you knew how long effects like this took me to do.
Mario Bros. Nope, it was Super Mario Flash. For those that want to understand why that
This is the tier of editing I do these days.
back in like I don't remember the fucking year, so I'm not.
And this takes so long.
Play on this website called friv.com, and friv.com.
Okay, in fairness, this is not the same texture. This is not the same shirt. This one is a... That one's way rougher. This is a lot smoother. This texture is way smoother than that other shirt. So in fairness, this is not the same shirt. This was back when I only had 2 pairs of fucking long sleeve shirts I can find. I have way more now, so...
Game to choose from.
Yeah.
Flash happened to be one of them. So I figured that
Same colored.
First Mario game after all,
yeah.
We'll play it for a video. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So as you can see here, we're in the title screen. It says at the top screen to check out the updated version, but I don't know where the updated version is located since Flash isn't around anymore, and you can only play these games through like some obscure ass website. So yeah. So we're not gonna bother with that.
Thing is, this turns out really good. I love how these videos turn out, but they're there's so much work.
There is no like proper jump button either. It's just the arrow keys that you use.
This is 95% of what I'm doing now.
Jump as well as to duck.
This fucking joke. SG isn't getting frequent uploads. Now, obviously, you shouldn't go to 2016 route where you upload daily or something. That's impossible these days, dude.
Back to the previous level. Not that you have to recomplete. It's so scary that actually was. I remember I had a really hard time jumping between these, especially since they don't.
This video is so much work. The level editor I just shortened down because there wasn't enough happening during that portion. And I didn't feel like editing all of it. It's like...
Yeah.
If I could boot it up, I'm going to show you the progress I've done on the Godsmack tier list so far. If I can boot this up. Without showing anything else. Let me show you guys the video... Some of the video. That I was working on that hasn't come out yet. And show you what I was dealing with. Let me pull up the Godsmack albums tier list. Let me show you what this is like. Just to give you an idea of how the editing in this video is going to be. Disclaimer, the editing is not fully done here. In the video currently, like look at this. Look at how much I got left. I'm only 7 minutes into this fucking video. And the recording was nearly an hour long. But off of everything I've done so far, I still got, what, 7 minutes in? And I got, in the video, the rest of the video is 33 minutes long. Look at all of this I still have to do. Let me show you exactly what I did here so far.
Hey guys, Luigi here, and welcome back to a brand new video today. And today we're doing yet another tier list video. And
that effect lags.
For today's tier list video, we are going to be ranking all of the studio albums by one of my personal favorite bands, Godsmack. Starting with their original 1997 release, All Wound Up, all the way up to the latest release, Lighting Up the Sky. I figured since they did have a new album come out recently that I might as well just do a tier list video, since I also did the same thing back when Linkin Park released a Hybrid Theory 20th Anniversary Edition. So yeah, I really have nothing else to say beyond that, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so as you can see here is all of the...
I really like how this turned out.
The main albums. I included a little bit more than just the main studio albums, because there are 8 in total, as you can tell by the inclusion of All Wound Up, which is basically the first album but with worse mixing and whatnot, and also it doesn't have the song Whatever, and in place of Whatever.
Yeah, see, these effects are really good. Problem is there's just so much of it.
Don't understand how these tier list videos usually work. S is Pingas approved as...
And again, this is only the first minute.
Into Godsmack was Keep Away. I heard it when me and my parents were driving home from...
I'm not gonna spoil this entire video, obviously. Again, it's looking really good. The problem is it's just so much work. And with tier list videos, I can't really rely on what's happening on screen because there's nothing happening on screen. It's just me talking while placing things into columns, and that's it. So, not much else to really worry about there. Let me fix the screen so I can close out of this. That's if not 95% of what I do these days. It's like 85% of what I do these days is just stuff like that. Every video I edit, and you saw it during the stream where I was editing Survival Games episode, I edit nearly every fucking line, every single fucking frame of a video. I want it to turn out as best as it possibly can. I want it to be something that you click on it and you can like watch it all the way through without getting bored, because again, there's enough visually going on. In terms of how I would go the route of editing, I normally just make more simple edits, like putting stream messages on the screen and stuff like that, and the output can be good. Well, it's more complex than that, but I'm sure you get the point. Yeah. With editing, it would depend on the type of video for me. Some videos I'm more comfortable putting in more effort than others. Reaction videos, I edit the intro and the outro. That's really it. And I have templates for most of that stuff anyway. For Jumpmon's videos, there was a time when I did try to edit way more in them, like this Egg Wars episode. I did try to do way more editing for this.
Very deep leans, and I don't have a texture pack on the picture. Not the LuigiChannel50s, which I don't like, so I'm not using that one. Oh well, that's cool, so...
Yeah, I did way more editing in this video than on average for a Jumpmon video.
I guess. How do I do stuff in here? Egg was shop. Click to open. Oh, so that's what you do. Change the look of your egg.
Yeah, but I decided that style was too much for Jumpmon's channel, so then I just reverted to doing minimal editing at best, and that's it. The thing with the Jumpmon videos, though, is it's retardation for like 10 to even fucking 30 minutes. I don't need to edit all of that down and make it visually interesting. It's retardation for like 10 to 15 minutes.
I don't know. What the crop am I even saying? Oh, I got the crop ox. I'm gonna ox someone's booty with this, buddy. Oh, yeah. Huh? What? Oh, let me just...
Yeah, this speaks for itself. I don't really need to do crazy editing. And you could probably just be like, oh, don't do nearly as much editing as you did for like the fucking Mario Flash video. Don't do it. I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to break out of a habit of you're used to doing something. You may not particularly like love doing it, but once you get into the habit of it, every time you're not doing it, it just becomes harder and harder and harder. The urge just, you get the urge to just fucking go as hard as you possibly can. And again, that type of editing I've been doing for a long time. Now, granted, not every video, I didn't do it in every video back then. But once we got to one of these episodes of Survival Games, I think, or is it Mario Games tier list? No, once we get to Mario Games, like this video, for instance. Like, once we get to a video like this, I can't break the habit anymore. This was a very fun video.
Doing something a bit different. Today we are
something I have not played in over 3 years now. Well, if you don't count Minerware and CubeCraft and stuff like that, and the original Spleef game on that server too, which is gone now, I think. Today we are
Even edits like that bug me these days, especially because there's pauses in between. It just bugs me.
I'm not doing this again. Oh god, I almost fell through the crack right there. That would have been very bad. Everyone stay away from me. It's interesting to note that
This video came out in June 20th, 2019.
servers instead you
Just to give you an idea on how long I've been doing this editing thing.
dang it. Get down. Get down. Never mind, I guess I'm going down here. Alright, there's also these outer layers you can stay on, although I'm pretty yeah.
I didn't mean to close out of that entirely. But you get the picture. It's hard to break out of the habit when you've been doing it for so long and you've basically perfected your style that you don't know how to not do it. So the only solution to that would be to just not do that type of content anymore. But that's like a bulk of the uploads. Doing this for almost 4 years. Exactly. And I've done videos before then too that are edited like that. But not every video back then was like that. There were specific videos I would try to go all the way out of my way to like edit like that, but then there were others that I didn't. So it wasn't consistent. But by 2019, I got like a consistent formula going, and ever since, the amount of uploads have gotten scarcer and scarcer. Once I established that formula in 2019, that's when things changed. Because next thing you know, the bonus episode of Drawn to Life, I did way more editing than I would have done if I did that any other time period. I did a video like this, which was so... It was fun, but like... This was like in the moment. It was like I had to film every scene and then edit directly after. That's what this process was like. I enjoyed it, but like, bro, that was a lot. But that's not really the editing I'm talking about. But then next thing you know, I do stuff like Rhyming on the Hive, Drawn to Life, not the Kappa video. Recreating 02 and Stage Builder. Side Games tier list was a fucking nightmare to edit for me. And then you transition to 2020 and the fucking quality gets upped even more. Like Boulevard of Broken Thoughts was like a fucking 2-3 night editing session. And it looks fantastic. It looks really good. I wish it came out in a better frame rate, but I didn't do it in the right way, so instead it came out like this. But again, it looks really good. Then I did the Superstar Ultra Let's Play, where I was like, alright, now I'm going to transition this editing style into my Let's Plays as well. And then I did Battle for the Shadows, not one of my personal favorites. I think I over-edited that one, to be honest with you. I did a little bit of editing in the Fortnite, whatever dumb video. How's that possible? Salt levels are high. I edited that. Like, I had to rush the editing of that. Sonic Dash Extra Day 18. I didn't even try with that one. TNT from Above. Why Me? And it just got... I just kept doing that same level of editing every single frame, every single sentence, transitioning between either doing face cam zoom ins, fucking audio balancing, audio distortion, or turning the screen black, turning the screen red, making it shake, throwing images on screen, what's the word? Not masking, it's not masking. What is it? What is it? Keyframing. the images properly. And now I can do the process is even more challenging because sometimes I have to render full scenes out in order to do some of this the way I want it to be. That's what happened with the Mario Flash, and that's what's currently going on with the Godsmack video. Because I'm doing a lot of that too. It's just so much. So much. And it's not the worst, but it's just like I just don't know anymore. I'm kind of stuck on what I even want to do at this point. I thought I had an idea of what I wanted to do when I wanted to move all of my Let's Play and gaming content off of this channel so that I could just focus on the plush stuff. But when that fell through because I realized I wasn't going to be able to make it happen, I just reverted back to what I did before. And it's just not a good position to be in. In order for a channel to do well and keep thriving, consistency is key. You need to be consistent. You need to have a flow going. You need people to know exactly what you're about and what to expect from you. If you're not consistent with that, that's an issue. If you don't even know what things are going to be like, you can't really expect anyone else to know. And that's why I can't put this update video out yet, because I don't want to put it out until I'm 100% certain on what I want things to be. Because 10 years is not just a big milestone overall, it's the turning point. Yeah, we're celebrating 10 years, but what comes after is the whole deal. We get a period to celebrate all the work that has been done so far, but that will then allow us to transition into a new era where everything is definitive, everything is defined. And the only question is what comes into that era and what doesn't. What do I take from the first few years and what do I not? With all the knowledge I have gained, with all the content I have made, where do things go? Do I continue doing song covers? Do I continue doing Let's Plays? Do I continue doing gaming videos with the amount of editing I do? Or do I not? That's the question. And that's what I need to figure out. But for the past 2 years, everything has just felt directionless. Every time I feel like I know where it's going to go, no, it doesn't happen. I thought the channel was going to go into the direction of being very collab-centric. That didn't happen. I thought there was going to be a time when the series content was going to come back in a different form. That didn't happen. So what we're left with is good videos, but not the heavy-hitting stuff. Not the experimental stuff. There's no equivalent to the Super Mario 64 bloopers, the SML situation, or videos like that. There's no experimental videos. There's no top 25 Linkin Park songs equivalent videos. There's not even a big plush movie right now. There's not even enough plush videos as it is. It's a fucking mess. With no direction. Not that the videos aren't good. I think they are turning out very good. But they don't have any direction. So it's just like... what's it gonna be? When is it gonna be? Because I can't just sit here doing nothing. Because I got a lot of things. A lot of them. August alone is going to be a month full of celebration. You got Secrets of Reality coming later in the year. You got the Linkin Park, I guess it will be a songs tier list video. And then you got what is it? The end of the year montage, obviously. You got the update video is still hasn't come out. This is a big deal. This is a big moment. It's not just the fact that I'm celebrating my channel being creative for 10 years. It's celebrating that and using the motivation from that to push forward into the next era. And sticking with that. But I don't want to get rid of something and then in hindsight realize, actually, I want to keep doing this and go back on a decision. I don't want to... I just don't want to make another decision that I'm going to regret. I just don't want to keep promising things that I know won't release. I want all of the uncertainty and bullshit to just end. But it's really difficult. I can't even get into how difficult it really is. Because there's just too much. But it's nothing I'll give up, ever. Because this is the main thing I've always wanted to do. And I want to keep doing it for as long as possible. But while doing it, I don't want it to feel like our best days are behind us. Because in a lot of ways, it can feel like that. As if the most exciting things have come to pass. The most interesting things have come to pass. Like, there will never be another video like the entire plush collection. Godsmack Kingdom Fusion. Luigi's Mansion Trilogy Triumph. Top 25 Linkin Park songs. A Familiar World. Super Mario 64 bloopers. And the list goes on and on and on. But that's the question. That's really just the question at the end of the day. Where does it all end? Where does it all go? Because last year was just a bunch of just releasing as much as I could in order to fill out the video quota. And 2021 was banking on a lot of things and realizing not all of them are going to happen. And we just can't have more of that. But at the end of the day, that's up for me to figure out and like no one else. I'm the one that has to figure out all this stuff. Where the channel heads in the future. how the schedule is going to look. I have to be the one to decide. And I'm the one that's going to be putting out the update videos and everything else talking about this and making the final decision. So, I think what needs to be met in order for things to carry on with all the issues taken into account, there needs to be more balance in the work I do. I think that is absolutely crucial. Because here's the problem. And I'll say it right here. Survival games highlights. Super Mario Flash, which is videos like this are a part of what I call the LuigiChannel50 Plays playlist. Stream highlights. Alright, Sealer Marvel, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I don't plan to stay on much longer. Stream highlights. Survival games. So that's 4 so far. Character plays. Tier list videos, I guess, if you can count them. I think that might be it. Because Sonic and Dash and stuff is over. And I guess we're counting them. Let's Plays. 7 video types that utilize the same exact... Oh, Minecraft minigames, yeah. 8 video types that utilize the same exact style of editing. Fucking 8 video types. Video styles. 8 of them. The outliers for that are the song covers, the plush videos, the end of the year montages, survival games highlights, and that might be it. God, don't tell me that's it. Is that really it? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, Super Mario 64 bloopers. But that has an entirely different type of editing style entirely. You got 5 video styles where editing is not as much of a hassle. At least not in the sense that it is for everything else. And then you got the remaining 8. That's the dilemma I'm in right now. A balance needs to be met. Already, I currently do things to where I don't want to do 2 Minecraft videos back to back, even if they're in different series, like survival games highlights and survival games. No, I won't allow it anymore. Survival games highlights Egg Wars. No, won't allow it. Survival games highlights a Minecraft stream highlight. No, won't allow it. Now playing a game and then doing a stream highlights based off of a game, a little different. Not quite sure how I feel about that. Obviously, no 2 song covers back to back, no 2 plush videos back to back. Sometimes I do want to do character plays after a plush video. No, it's guaranteed. So that is the problem. fucking 8 of the video styles I do on this channel have the same exact type of long, drawn-out editing sessions where I pick things apart frame by frame and throw in a bunch of shit, which it looks good in post, but in the process is a nightmare. And then 5 that are not like that. So the balance that needs to be met isn't necessarily something along the lines of, oh, what? It's just I've been looking at it the wrong way. This entire time. The balance needs to be met, but the balance can only be met if some of these video styles are either severely cut back or eliminated entirely, and I'm better at spacing out the tedious editing shit with the non-tedious editing shit. So that I can have the problem that comes in where song covers I record in advance, not always able to do that. Plush videos I script beforehand. Those are a full-out planning process. Mario 64 bloopers is a similar thing. Full-out planning process. And, some of the other stuff is whatever. How many playbacks do I even got? 47? That's okay. On the surface, it really doesn't look that bad. Like, wow, Survival Games highlights and then Super Mario Flash. Or even better example would be something like, this doesn't look that bad. Mario Maker and then my first stream. Until you realize both of these videos have the same exact type of fucking editing style. Only difference, one is a stream highlight and the other is like a regular recorded video. That's when the problem sinks in. That's when you notice what the issue is. And as long as the schedule is like that, where the editing styles, I have to do the tedious editing style back to back to back to back, we're fucked. Hello, Vincent. Welcome to stream. I was talking earlier about how the Nostalgia Marathon is canceled because like interest is lost and fatigue is being felt. And now I'm just talking about plans and stuff for this year. It's just like I cannot do 2 of these same videos with the same style of fucking editing back to back to back to back. Look at these 3 videos here. Not this is April Fool's thing. With a different style entirely. Look at this. Prepare to Die, Kirby Games Tier List, and OG02 Stage have the same fucking style of editing. All 3 of them. They don't open up the same, but the style of editing they're in is it's the same style. These 3 have the same style of editing. Now, granted, in early 2021, I was feeling more energized, so I was fine doing this. But on average, that shit is too much. Here's another example. Linkin Park albums tier list and Sonic Dash Extra Day 20, same style of editing. Chill Build UHC video and Zuzu Pets, same style of editing. Minecraft tier list, I forgot about that. Yeah, those three definitely same style of editing. Superstar Ultra finale, Skywars finale, Day 19, same style of editing. The more I bunch videos with the same style of editing together, the more fucking shit that needs to get done. The only unfortunate part is the stuff that doesn't have the style of editing is the stuff that is harder to work with in other areas. Song covers need to be pre-recorded and mixed in the background. And then I do the music video afterwards, which sometimes I have to figure out an idea for. Not always. Best ofs are only at the end of the year, really, so I don't have to worry about those. I can't have them as a filler upload or anything. Plush videos have a whole scripting and planning process going for them, so there's way too much to talk about in that regard. Stralium's highlights is just Minecraft footage with music. Had great editing. Yeah, that's the thing. I really liked how the Mario Flash video came out. But again, I can't do 2, 3, 4 types of those videos back to back. It drains me to my core. I need some layup, some fucking distance. But it's hard when all of the easiest to record stuff is the stuff that requires that type of editing, whereas the stuff that isn't that easy to record in comparison, much different. But this is how things have got to be. This is how things have got to be. And here's the thing. This is the only thing I really want to do, so, and it's always been, so I will work through every fucking, when I do them, all have the same editing or different. What I want is for each video, like, I want to post videos more frequently. Overall. That's all I really want. But there's hurdles with that. There are big hurdles with that. Just as examples. Just to give some examples, here are some videos from last year. Update to 2022 update was experimental, so not really going to go into that. The and one Linkin Park cover, I had to mix that, record that behind the scenes, and then film the music video, which I usually have to think of what the idea for the music video is going to be. And yeah, stream highlights. Hello, Solitaire. I'm just kind of talking right now. By the way, the Nostalgia Marathon is canceled. So if you have any games you want me to add to the wheel or whatnot, just go ahead and suggest them now. That'd be cool. I already know the game you requested me to make a video on, but send me just if there's any playthroughs you want me to do, just let me know. But yeah, The destruction of Isaac Tings is a stream highlights. Stream highlights utilizes the same exact editing style as survival games and most of my gaming videos. The only difference is I have to edit down entire VODs. Now sometimes it's just a portion, but there were times where it was entire VOD and it was the most draining thing ever. Luigi Rosalina's Trick. Now with that script, it was written before even Final Chapter came out. So I just had to like update it a little bit and then start filming. But on most cases, writing plush ideas is a challenge for me most of the time. If inside the mind is literally anything to go by, a script that just kept getting larger and larger and larger and more complex as time went on. Thankfully, most of the Rudy Manny stuff is already scripted, at least the first draft, so I just need to go back and fix some things. Those are going to be more taxing in the filming and editing department, I think. Criminal Plays Carnival Games Mini Golf. Character Plays has the same editing style as stream highlights in the other gaming videos. Minecraft Egg Wars. This one was experimental, but Egg Wars typically has the same editing style as everything else. This was a re-upload, but this has the same editing style. Same editing style. Same editing style, same editing style, same editing style. You see the problem? Every time I have to do the same editing style for each video back to back to back to back. Unless I choose to work on a more complex project that's going to take me longer to do, it is a tasking process. And that's why the schedule is so fucked these days, because I decided all the way back in 2019, because of how much I liked the editing of Mario Games tier lists and Spleef in 3 years and Stop Letting Go of Q, Let the Chaos Commence, and most notoriously Recreating 02 and Sign Games tier list. I decided to apply it to nearly everything else, and I've gotten so used to that formula by now that it's the most of what I do, and when I don't do it, the performance isn't nearly as well. Neither of these videos have the same amount of editing as the Mario Flash video or the Mario 35 video, and their turnout is a lot less in comparison. Smash 64 remakes New Super Mario Land. New Super Mario Land is a New Super Mario Bros. Mod, right? Which version? Smash 64 remakes is the video thing you want me to do. I'll do that as a video. I already have that on the list. But yeah. Would be a cool stream, like I said before. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I will add that to the wheel. Because I've only ever seen videos of it. And then I played like 5 seconds of it on that shitty ass emulator website. Outside of that, I can't say anything else about it. Land SNES ROM hack with DS graphics, a more recent version of it if you can find it. Okay. I'd be down to do a fucking Mario ROM hack. I love that shit. I noticed Project 06 finally had the silver update come out. If I do ever do a video on that, it's going to be one singular video and no more. I'm just going to edit down all of the footage and put it out instead of doing a 3-parter like I did with the other Project 06 videos. But those were like experimental, unedited stuff to see how they would perform, and they didn't perform super well, so obviously didn't continue on with that style. It's just, I backed myself into a corner here. My editing work is so time consuming and everyone loves it. But again, it's so time consuming. And like 75% of the channel is just this type of editing. Maybe that's a little generous. Maybe it's like 80% of the channel is that type of editing these days. So the other 20% is all of the other stuff with the scripting and thinking of ideas process. For videos that are supposed to be easier, where I could just turn on my fucking webcam and my PC and record, turn on OBS and hit record, are even more complex now because of the editing involved. Making a song cover is way less of a time-consuming process in comparison. Editing a plush video is way less in comparison. ROM hack of Super Mario Sunshine called Super Mario Eclipse. I've never played it. Well, preferably if it's like a full finished fan game, I'd like to check it out. A fan game or like ROM hack or something. Either of the two. If it's finished to a degree. Like something like Super Mario Bros. 3 Mix or... Much Kingdom Fusion isn't fully finished, but it's got enough content in it regardless. Like, I'm down to do stuff like that. But I don't know. Again, I'm disappointed that I had to cancel this marathon, but it was dragging on. And by the time we reached the Flash game, had to do this Flash game stream twice, it wasn't going to recover. By that time, interest was already dead. Revenge of the Flying Dutchman killed things more, so we got to get back to the usual. And we got to fix this. You're welcome to add 64 remix to the wheel. I'm going to do a video on Smash 64 Remix, as you requested. New Super Mario Land. How long even is that? It's not super long. I could probably do a video on that too. If it is, then I can do a stream. Smash 64 Remix, I'm going to do a video on. I don't think a Smash Stream series, unless it's like the Subspace or World of Light. New Super Mario Land isn't too long. Then I'll see what I can do with that. It's on here. Smash 64 Remix is already on the list of videos that I want to record in the future. Ugh. But yeah, this needs to be fixed. 4 videos, and we're only in April, and I only got 4 videos out. None of them from January, by the way. Only 1 from February, and then 2 from April. And none from March. Now, that's not including the reaction channel, where I think I got a video out every month, besides January. Our reaction to Mario Went Fishing came out February, yeah. Yeah, so exactly. Stream's in the red right now. Ain't that just great? Oh, I love that, dude. I so love that. Ugh. Have you seen the Mario movie? No, I have not. I have not seen the Mario movie. Uh, But yeah. Alright, the stream's back in the green. Yeah, I've heard good things about the Mario movie, but I haven't seen it yet. But like, you look at the total videos, 4 on the main, 11 on Just Watch's videos. This is counting the ranking as from before stream or whatever. 12 on Jumpmon just because of his fucking album. So right now, the main channel is severely behind and we're only 4 months in. Bowser's hilarious in it. Nice. It's just like, this is really where we shouldn't be right now. And again, not all of it was my fault. January and February were such shitty months that I can't really... There's nothing I can really say other than I couldn't predict how bad those months were going to be. As usual, no spoilers. Yeah, no spoilers. Yeah, I just couldn't predict how bad those months were going to be. March, I was working on a lot of behind-the-scenes things. And I guess I'll reveal it here, because I don't know if I'm ever going to do this video or anytime soon. And even if I do one, it doesn't mean I'm going to do more, but I was, like, really interested in doing, like, a challenge-type video. Like one of those, oh, can you beat this game without getting hit? Or can you, I don't know, like, touch water in all of these games or whatever the fuck? Those types of videos. Bro, in March, I was so excited to do one of these. Shut up, Avast. I want to look at my list. I was so excited to do this can I avoid taking damage every Mario game video. I literally went out of my way to, like, download all the ROMs, all the emulators I need for some of these games. I even got obscure shit like Super Mario Bros. Special. Hotel Mario, Mario and Wario. I was gonna go all out with this shit. I was so excited for it. But I don't know when I'm ever gonna get to record it. I even created like a list of like taking every damage in every Sonic game, every Kirby game. I was even planning to make follow-ups if the first one did well enough. Because like I think these challenge videos are really interesting. And I'd love to like tackle them myself. That would be a fun experimental thing. And I even had some ideas of maybe doing some like commentary related videos in the works too. That I've been talking about maybe doing since like 2021. Like I remember there's this one video I wanted to make, like a video roasting the fuck out of Dean from YouTube that I thought would have been really fun. I originally had an idea before Lifeboat added survival games back to make a video going over why Lifeboat has changed or gone downhill. I wanted to do like this deep dive on like Sins of the Divine Mother with Puddle of Pizza. I had that in mind. I wanted to do the next Mario 64 bloopers episode where it showcases how the characters got into the 64 world. And I wrote the first part of that. It was originally supposed to be in the first episode, but I didn't put it in the first episode. I wanted to do a tutorial on how I record my plush videos. I wanted to do a tutorial on how to like fix the blurry sprites in Sony Vegas. I did actually record that. I never uploaded it. I want to revive the re-editing video series on just fucking Extra Channel. I did the Astron Before videos, tier list videos, tier list streams. But I want to do an SB4 characters tier list, maybe streamer video. I want to rewatch some of my older videos. I want to do a video going over all the stages and custom stages me and my sister made in Smash Bros. Wii U. I want to do a video on Ultimate Sonic Flash, similar to the Mario Flash one video I did. I want to do a Sonic Jump Fever video. I want to do videos on obscure fan games. I want to do a video on UHC Champions. I've never done that. And more character plays. There's an entire plush video idea that's based off of the quiz episode of Kirby Right Back At Ya, where Eggman hosts a quiz show. So it's not that I'm out of ideas. It's not that I don't have ideas in mind. I have so many ideas and stuff in mind. None of it has happened though, because the direction and all of the other videos I need to get on top of that is fucked. It's April. The update video should have been out by now, but it's not. We only have 4 videos, and out of them, they're all good videos. The Broken Cover, Mario Flash, well, the Smash Wii U highlights is a shitpost joke video, but Survival Games highlights, all good videos, but it's like, there's so much good stuff I have in mind. So much interesting content to really spice up the flow. Some I think can even be like channel defining, like this. Taking damage in all Mario games, I think could become one of the next big heavy hitters if I ever did put it out. And maybe the Sonic one too. And then who knows how many versions of that those fucking Mario and Sonic challenge videos I'd even want to do after that point. But it's just like, where to begin? Where should it begin? What order do I work on all this stuff in? And what is the ideal way to tackle all of this? Release all these, exactly. And that's on top of the 10-year anniversary stuff. The secret big 10-year anniversary project that's coming towards the later half of the year that I will not reveal. Secrets of Reality. It'd be a fucking banger of a year if all of these were to come out. The question is just, where do I begin? Where do I even start? Because there's so much. Blow up knowing the YouTube algorithm. Yeah. Those videos are really interesting. But I've never seen one that quite tackles all the games that I want to tackle, like stuff like Mario Bros. Special Mario and Wario and the Mario RPG games. So when I do this video, I want to tackle all of that. And same with the Sonic and Kirby versions if I ever do those. Yeah, that video will have to take multiple days for sure. The Sonic one, I'm shit at Sonic games, so that would probably only take one day. But it would be great. I know. It's such a good idea. It's such a awesome fucking video. But you know the whole plan was, before I got to any of that, God, I do not want to reveal any of my scripts to you guys. I don't want to spoil anything. Here's the stream thumbnail I was going to do for the LEGO Harry Potter stream series. I'll keep this thumbnail on the back burner, but I'm not going to be playing that game right now. I was banking all on this video right here, Sorogin's Round 3. I hoped Sorogin's Round 3 was going to be the video to kick off the year. It would have been such a triumphant upload because this has been... The last time I fully recorded this video was in 2019. It's been in the works for that long. But I never got around to it. And I don't know where it would fit in the schedule now. Because it just wouldn't feel right doing this and SG back to back. But because this didn't come out, it would have been great. Why? Because I didn't even get a chance to record it. If you don't remember, my fan was like fucking broke during that period, and January and February were very shitty months as a result, because there was a lot of things going on that made it very difficult to want to record anything. So that, and I was fatigued from the best of, yeah, the fucking ranking stream. The end of the year ranking stream I did. But if that wasn't an issue, things maybe could have been a bit different. I don't like how this fucking lifeboat logo is like fucked. Is it fucked in this image? No, it's perfect there. I saw the Photoshop template. I need to fix that. That bugs me. That thumbnail's legendary. Indeed it is. I've made so many damn thumbnails, versions of this thumbnail you wouldn't believe. Fucking Lonze, Taboo, Sean, the popsicle from It's My Birthday Today, Pink Gold, Retard, World of Light, Lifeboat, Meggie, what's her name from Origami King? I'm blanking on it. Obviously you got me, Luigi and Shadow, Hybrid Theory, Olivia, that's right, yeah, Olivia from Paper Mario Origami King, CX Network in the background, Corson replacing Dub. Dub was in the original version. And then Midnight was here too as a Cream channel. Also got removed. Oh wait, no, Dub's still in this version. Never mind. No, it was Midnight that got removed. Midnight got replaced with Corson. Because it didn't have an image. And I didn't want to use the Minecraft skin. But I was banking on this being the first video of the year. And by doing so, I set myself back so far that this is what the upload schedule was like. And not uploading, like, I'm sorry, this is just bad. This is what it looked like in years previous. By April 23rd in 2022, I had 13 videos out on the main account. 2021, I didn't realize I had that much. Holy fuck. In 2020, 9. 2019, this is going to be some absurd number. 22. 2018, I'm banking on 30. Yep, literally 30. That's including the Much Kingdom Fusion stream series. '22 and 2017. In 2016, even though I only started uploading that year in February, we have a grand total of what the fuck? 127. In 2 months. 127. I can't even process how that happened. In 4 months. Bro, it's like well over 200. And by the very end, it's 350. 2016, you were on that grind. Holy hell. I know, and most of the videos were just like fucking survival games episode, blah, 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 blah. Top 50 YouTubers, in my opinion. Part 1, Part 2. Yeah. This one, yeah, this is later in the year when I slowed down, but this is the type of shit that yeah, this. 5 videos a fucking day. Until I decided to move down to 3, and then later 2, and then finally 1 video a day. Until I, like, stopped doing daily entirely in 2017. 5 videos a fucking day. But all of this is to say that 5 videos a day, what were you snorting? Hey, all I had to do was wake up early enough, record 5 videos, and then post them periodically throughout the day. This was back when I was like, yeah, not editing. Some of the later ones I did edit. As I kept going. There was no editing. I just woke up early, recorded all these videos, uploaded them periodically through the day until I hit 100 videos, and then I stopped doing 5 videos a day. And I moved on down to 3, and then later 2, and then finally 1. So 2016 Prime LC50. In terms of upload schedule, yeah. In terms of everything else, I mean, this year produced Sonic Theory and Mario's Random Adventure, so. But it also produced Mephiles Returns, in fairness, so there were some good stuff to come out in 2016. But all this is to say that 2023 so far is a record low. And I think every single regard. At least on the main account. The other channels, not really. Well, I don't know about the extras account. I don't know what the longest it's gone without an upload is. When did I even start posting on it? 2017? I don't even think I put it here. That's just a lot of videos. No, not 2017. I think it was 2018, right? 2020, 2021 was pretty great for the channel, in my opinion. Yeah. And 2022 was good. But no. Quality over quantity, that year lacked quality. Yeah, for the most part. Some of the later videos I did do a bit more with than the early ones. There were some highlights that year. Mostly through a sea of mediocrity, though. There are a few highlights in a sea of mediocrity, is the way I'll put it. But no, 4 videos is a record low. Period. Like, this is bad. '2020 was a fun year for the channel. Yeah, 2020 was probably my favorite year so far. Out of all the years I've been doing this. 2021, the first half was fantastic. The second half lacked. I'm gonna stream for. I've only been going for like 2 hours and 23 minutes. Post that again when we're at the 4-hour mark. No, we're not getting the 4-hour mark. I will literally die before then. Just kidding. But no. Yeah, I will not go that long. But no. 4 videos in the span of 4 months is a record low. It is 2020 streams were top tier, true. But to fucking 4 videos, and the streams so far have been good this year for the most part. But aside from that, the video again, 4 videos is a record low. The fact that none of them are plush videos either, we have now passed the point that once Inside the Mind comes out, it is going to be the longest gap in between plush videos ever. When the update video finally comes out, it's going to be the longest gap for update videos as well. That's how bad things are so far. Not that the content itself is bad, but if things don't get better, if this doesn't improve, and I don't finally start getting some of these ideas I want to get out, it's going to be rough. They're going to hop on for a short time. They mean up to an hour. Well, I've seen people say they're going to hop on for a short time, and then they're on for like 6-7 hours. But I'm not here to do that. But it's just like, this is not how things should be looking, okay? You'd think after doing this, 50, you got potential for this year, is unless you just gotta get this stuff out. Exactly. complaining at that point. I'm not even particularly complaining. I'm just confused. I'm trying to work out a lot of things. Do go to the 6-hour mark, yeah. Yeah, I'm just making it clear that this isn't like a vent stream. This is me talking about why the marathon is ending and why... Just a lot of things. Trying to figure out in real time what needs to happen. That's what this is. So, just to make that clear. But yeah. And I got no doubt in my mind that the pace will probably pick up and I will get most of like the major stuff out. But the problem is, I'm just picking on you. Streaming for 2, 3, even 4 hours is normal, you know? Yeah, fair enough. It's just... If this was only just because it was the 10-year anniversary, it'd be one thing. But the fact that this is the deciding year, this is the year where I have to decide where things are going to go from this point forward, makes it even more stressful. And I thought I had it worked out beforehand, but clearly I didn't. So now has to be the time. Because if I keep this prolonged any longer, it's going to be too late. This is not how the schedule should look right now. It's a record low. And there have been, yeah, usually sometimes the first few months aren't always the best. That's not necessarily something I'm unfamiliar with. But I'm still able to make up for all of that with the content I release. But so far, only 4 videos. This year's schedule. Yeah, this year's schedule is horrible. It is a record low, and I need to acknowledge that it is a record low, because it's not going to get better unless I can acknowledge the flaws and then work to fix it. I can excuse the first 2 months because things weren't that great. They improved a little bit towards the end of February, but they still weren't that great. And then March was me trying to set up this can I take damage in all Mario games video, which never came to fruition. But it was me trying to set that up and get the Jumpman album done. That too. Jumpman album came out that month as well. It was both that and the Jumpman album. But I've been doing this so long, I should know how the Damaged Mario Games video has to come out, yeah. To be fair, that month was crazy, yeah. Both those months were fucking insane. December was like the breather month, and then January and February were like chaos months. But it's just like, I've been doing this for a long time. I know how this works. I gotta upload consistently. That's how my channel schedule is supposed to be. And I can't justify not uploading consistently unless the videos that you're waiting for are really that damn good. At bare minimum, I should be uploading a video a week. At bare minimum. That's what should be happening. At bare minimum, I should have a plush video out a month. Whether it's a full-fledged movie or just a regular video, it doesn't really matter. At bare minimum, a plush video a month. Sometimes two, because again, I get this Rudy arc story thing. So maybe 2 episodes of that could come out in a month, or an episode of that, and then something else entirely different. This is not how the schedule should be working. This is not how it should look. This is not how it... A movie, there's only one to do. Yeah. Yeah, Secrets of Reality. But that's mainly what I was referring to anyway, you know? Now, granted, this isn't the worst thing ever, considering someone else like Corson. I mean, this just speaks for itself. Props to getting a video out recently, but it's like a 6-minute video. So, in comparison to that, I'm doing okay. And may I rub the salt in the wound any... I mean, I don't think you can get much worse than this. I don't think you can get much worse than this. And then Puddle basically quit. Yeah, he quit, so this is whatever. So, I'm not in the worst position. But in order for my channel to thrive, in order for things to be as exciting as they should be, content needs to be released. Videos need to come out, and the exciting stuff needs to come out. We need to see stuff like, can I take damage in every Mario game? We need to see stuff like the next Super Mario 64 bloopers episode. We need to see stuff like Secrets of Reality. And the future movies. We need to get this Rudy and Manny arc underway. We need to get that going. Inside the Mind needs to come out. And some of these other cool ideas, some of these other subscriber request ideas, maybe even some collabs. We need all of this. And we need entertaining, interesting streams that everyone will want to watch. Last night's stream was fucking chaotic. So, yeah. But I think you all get the gist at this point, really. I don't plan to harp too much on channel issues. I'm not even really harping on a channel issue in terms of views. I'm just... The schedule itself is so bad that I can't ignore it. This has got to fix itself. Now, thankfully, there is a potential... The potential that Inside the Mind... Which I guess I can pull the... Actually, no. I can pull it up, but I don't want to show you the other fucking videos in here. Other thumbnails I made for other plush videos. Yeah. There's a chance that I could get this video out before the end of the month. And it is a big one. Technically, it was supposed to come out last year, but it will come out this year. This is a big one. You know? No promises. Yeah, that's another thing too. My habit of promising things that in the moment I think I will probably get done, but then the next moment they don't. That's something that needs to stop. Premature announcements on stream need to stop. Premature announcements in videos and fucking community tab or need to stop as well. Now, talking about an idea just in general isn't really a bad thing, but saying that it's going to come out, that's a whole other story. Like, if I talk about something, like when I talked about the Christmas special and how, oh, it's absolutely coming out, and then it didn't, stuff like that needs to stop. I could talk about the potential of me making something like that. I could talk about an idea like that. Like how when I talk about Saragian's Round 3, or how I talk about, Toucan's Wish or something. But promising a release date before I have anything else ready, that's what needs to stop. I can't keep any more promises because it's not that it's impossible for me to keep them. It's that the uncertainty is there. When there's too much uncertainty, nothing's going to happen. So making promises is worthless. And I need to stop doing that. I'm hoping that Inside the Mind will be a step in the right direction to making the kind of content that I need to make for the channel. I'm hoping that once Inside the Mind does come out, I want Inside the Mind, even though technically the first video I did this year was like Saragian's highlights, I want Inside the Mind to be like the real start where shit really gets real. Good night, House50. I need to head to bed because of school in the morning. All right, fair enough. Yeah, see you later. Vincent, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah. Once Inside the Mind comes out, that's when I want things to really get started. Straw Games highlights, I just wanted to get that out of the way because it made sense. And I felt like it'd be cool to parallel 2020 by having the first video of the year be Straw Games highlights instead of a regular SG episode. Mario Flash was experimental because I added this intro thing. It was one of the only backed-up recordings I had from 2021.
Do I literally gotta make a leap of faith here? Okay. Okay, I made it.
Yeah, I wanted to experiment with something like this. And I think it turned out really well. Then there was one, indeed. And then we have this. So, whether something will come out before Inside the Mind or not, I have no idea. But again, promises need to be stop being made. I need to, unless I'm 100% certain, not give out release dates or video details that are not necessary. If I'm finished with it, finished with the script, I will tell you. If I'm not, I don't need to tell you that I'm not. If I can tell you I have an idea, but I don't think it's necessary to tell you the progress that's being made. Because that's not concrete. These promises. Exactly, I've already done so. I need to stop. Because some stuff I've fucking promised is... I promised some really weird shit. Like, I promised, like, a Dream remake. And that's never happening. I promised so much fucking shit over the years, so much weird shit. I can't do it anymore. Lesser of a Logan. Logan promises a bunch of shit he knows he can't do. My thing is, in the moment, I do think that I can do it, but it's so easy to get me demotivated and not want to continue with something. You think all the people supporting me and all the subscribers I have now, 1.31K would be enough to like motivate me to post way more, but not always the case. But I should be. Because if shit continues like this year is gonna suck. And I don't want that for a 10-year anniversary. I don't want that for a 10-year anniversary. So motivation is the core, yeah. And I guess with that, the only thing left to do is say goodbye to the Nostalgia Marathon. It started out really well. It started out really cool. It was a great idea. I really liked the concept of it. Instead of just doing a big game that everyone wants me to stream, I could do a marathon with a theme for the start of the year. But as it went on, it just dragged on. And by the time we got closer to the end, it was just like, eh. And I think Lego Harry Potter is one of those games that Drawn to Life deserved better than to be fucked over by being streamed after Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. Drawn to Life deserved a lot better. It deserved more time. But I still felt like just a little bit in me still felt like I could do it. But Lego Harry Potter is one of those games that I think deserves full attention, full treatment. Because this was a very nostalgic game for me. One of my most played PS3 games at that. And I don't want to just play it just to get something over with. I want to play it and I want to enjoy it. When the time is right. But to finish off a marathon that has already run its course and dragged on in a period where not a lot of content is coming out as is, besides reaction videos and Jumpmon's fucking shitty ass music. It deserves to be revisited. Potentially this year. Especially since it was one of the core reasons why I wanted to do the Nostalgia Marathon in the first place. But I'm going to take the L on this one and say that the Nostalgia Marathon went on way too long and could have been cut down. I could have cut out Revenge of the Flying Dutchman. I could have waited to do the Flash game stream the way I should have done it. And things would have went over way better. But that was a mistake I made. Because I was under the process, well, I've made stuff happen before. I could probably make this happen. But I was wrong. So, I will take the L for that. I will take the L for the shitty-ass upload schedule here, for the most part. 4 videos in 4 months, not good. So I will take the L for that one. As well as the fact that this marathon never fully concluded, but hey. Gives me a sense of deja vu. Because we were in this exact position. God, I've done so many streams. It's almost like we were in the same exact position. This is not much confusion. This is the video. The SG highlights. Might even not, might still not even be public. It's just a stream where I talk about channel things and the fact that the Nostalgia Marathon is ending prematurely because interest has died out and I am quite frankly exhausted after Revenge of the Flying Dutchman and doing that Flash game stream twice in a row. But again, it's deja vu because if you go all the way back here, how far back, I don't know. It's almost as if this has happened before. Why did I put let down for this?
Love this song. Hello again. Why does it always tag in support the stream whenever you use Streamlabs?
I remember that when they put the stream, the support the stream link in the description.
I guess I'm gonna wait on that then. Okay. Load the correct version. So I'll still have that. I won't lose everything. Aside from that, yeah, I'm just gonna uninstall it entirely, give up on it, install a correct version and save it for a let's play another day.
Yep.
Things. And it just got old over time. Are you gonna be working on any plush or sprite videos?
Yeah, so literally.
Done with Fusion now, so yeah. Let me delete this test Fusion. Just watch his videos. Every week reactions. Yeah. Every now and then.
Why did I read this off?
We upload videos behind the scenes, character origins.
I made so many versions of the scheduled dumb thing.
What else do we have? John 1 reacts, yep. Plush movies, John 164 not nuts. Let me save that because it.
That's so many versions of that dumb thing. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
Let's play some Egg Wars, shall we? Booted.
What is this? Huh?
Alright.
What was that?
Alright. We're back. Sorry that my stream just died out of nowhere.
Oh, that's what that was. Yeah, that's right. I split that and then just went to Egg
Well,
Wars for the
like
second
frickin'.
half.
Hey.
Oh, Vanilla Legacy. It's been a while. Oh, that server still exists.
Buddy. Huh?
Got the voice crack. Okay. But yeah, man. I just gotta take the L here. Ugh, 6-7 playback's not bad. Yeah, I gotta take the fucking. I just gotta take the L here and move on. Lego Harry Potter will be revisited as its own full stream series. I will play both years 1 through 4 and 5 through 7 at a later date when I'm ready to like give those games the full attention that they deserve. So those that were looking forward to me playing those games, I'll return to them sometime later this year, just not now. In the meantime, I feel like the only way to end the stream properly, since we didn't do anything else, would be to figure out the wheel. So let's work on the wheel again, because it reset itself. So now I have to add a bunch of entries. So I'm gonna add yeah, reset. It's weird. I'll add Super Mario 64 land. I will only have it this one time, though. I'll replay it in the future, but this is the only time I'm going to have it on the wheel. I'm gonna add... What's another game? That would be cool. Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. I'm not gonna add any other Mario RPG right now. I don't know if I want to jump right back into that. No, I'm gonna add that. I'm just gonna put that at the bottom of the list. Kirby Triple Deluxe. Sonic Adventure DX. Because I actually have a better way to play that now. Donkey Kong. What's it called? 94? It's for the Game Boy. That's the way I know. Someone said newer Super Mario Bros. Wii, which is a ROM hack of New Super Mario Bros. Wii that I'm somewhat familiar with, but not a whole lot. I want to know a Sonic game. I just kind of did a video on Shadow the Hedgehog, though. Sonic Advance 3. Yeah, Sonic Advance 3. And, I want one more Mario game. Let me think. Oh, I'm out of... I need to fucking get a refill. Oh, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Tropical Freeze. I'll probably add the second Donkey Kong Country game eventually, because I've never really fully played that. Let's add another ROM hack. Super Mario Bros. 3 Mix. That's like a ROM hack of Mario 3 that's like really cool. I've never played it before, so I'd love to check that out. And I think that'll be it for now. Unless I want to add a game from the past I can do a replay through of. I don't think so. Paramount 1000-Year Door. Nah. Not yet. And then Psych and the Secret Rings. Alright. So we got our wheel selected. Whatever wins tonight will be what I stream next week. Returning to the usual, so to say. So, here we go. I am hoping Secret Wings does not win. If 64 Land wins... Oh boy. Out of this list, honestly, I think I want to revisit Kirby Triple Deluxe the most. I'd be interested in checking out newer Super Mario Bros. Wii as well, but still. Let's spin this. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm closing my eyes. No secret rings, for the love of God. All right. All right, then. So, I guess next week I will be streaming Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. This is probably going to last a few streams. Now, I have come close to beating this game, but never actually fully beat it. I remember it being tough as shit. But I also remember Donkey Kong Country Returns being tough as shit, and I actually managed to beat that one, so I could probably beat Tropical Freeze. Whether I go for 100% or not, no guarantees, but yeah. So, that solves it. Next week is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. We're 3 hours in, and we end off with the next game selected. So, yeah, I got nothing else to say other than stay tuned for that. And now I can remove it and 64 land from the wheel, because actually I'll keep 64 land on the wheel, why not? I don't think it's ever going to win, but if, regardless, I do want to replay that this year, but yeah. Might regret that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, again, I'll have more to say about that game when we get to it, and as for the Nostalgia Marathon, which is what this stream was about, before I got into more general channel subjects, I will speak more of that once we get to the end of the year, but for now, that's really going to do it, so... Not a whole lot done during the stream, but hey, not really needed to be. Just needed to clear some things up, and that was that. Again, I'm not going to make any guarantees, but whenever Inside the Mind does finally release, I do want that to be the start of this channel getting consistent uploads again. And however I work that out will be however I work that out. I'm not really going to go in that process. Instead, I'm just going to go ahead and call it here. So that's going to do it for today's stream. Hope you enjoyed as always. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, Luigi fans. See you guys next week for Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Fortunate the marathon didn't get to end properly, but hey. We saw most of the best stuff anyway, and LEGO Harry Potter games will be revisited in the future regardless, so yeah. Later.